friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is lissycharlton and I am a content creator. I create content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everywhere. So I understand the struggle when it comes down to storage, especially if you film your short form content on your mobile phone. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to maximize your storage, just so you are able to film those content and you can't use storage as an excuse. So I have my iPhone here. I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max and my storage capacity is 128 gigabytes, and I also have iCloud storage, which is about 2 terabytes, but iCloud doesn't really add to the storage that you have on your phone. So even if you buy more storage on the iCloud, it doesn't necessarily mean that it gives you space on the iPhone itself to kind of like add to that 128 gigabytes. It doesn't, which is just so stupid to me. So when it comes on to my footage, once I film my content, I delete my footage. I only keep footage that I need, so that is footage that I can reuse. So for example, if I'm like showering and I know that I'm going to be doing like a morning routine when I'm showing that I'm showering, I don't need to film myself showering all the time. For example, if I'm going to the grocery store and I'm just pushing like my grocery trolley and I just want that clip in there, I don't need to film it all the time. Another one is if I have video of me videoing, say, London Underground, the train, I tend to keep that video on my phone as well, because again, I don't need to film the train all the time. That also saved me some time. So I hope that kind of gives you some idea on what type of footage I keep. Everything else I just delete because I already repurposed the content pretty much on all social media platforms, so I don't really need to have it on my phone to like keep up space. So if you're someone who doesn't want to like delete your footage, but you want to make sure that you keep everything, like everything that you film, then you can store this somewhere else that I'll explain to you guys in a bit. So another thing that I also do is I go through my phone. I did this the other day and I went through and I delete all duplicates in my iPhone. So everything, you know, when you take pictures and you take like 100 pictures but they all look the same and you only like one, delete them. You know, when you have like video and you pretty much video everything but you do like testers of different videos just so you can get the one video that looks good, delete the rest of them. So that's pretty much what I do. That gave me so much storage on my iPhone. I also went through and I deleted apps that I no longer use. On my iPhone, kind of selected the option where Apple unload all the apps that I haven't used in a while. So when I'm going to use them, so if I ever use them, then I can go ahead and download it. But that unloading kind of allowed me to have that extra storage. To maximize the storage, I'll say, guys, just delete whatever you don't need on your iPhone. You can store them on like an online drive. So you have like OneDrive, you have Google Drive, you also have the iCloud. But again, with the iCloud, if you delete it from the iPhone, I feel sometimes it just deleted from the iCloud. I'm not too sure how true that is. I have some items stored on Google Drive as well. Again, I don't really pay for Google Drive. I only use up the gigabytes that they give you, which is not that much. But if you prefer to use Google Drive, that's an option for you. You can just go ahead and pay for the additional storage that they give you and kind of like transfer the files from your phone to Google Drive. Another thing that I use as well, and I like to use, even though this is external and you might lose them, you can also get yourself some hard drive and you can send like your short form content on the hard drive just to kind of like store on here, just so you can free up your iPhone or whatever phone that you use to be able to maximize the storage that you have on this one. So on my iPhone, I pretty much have like different folders. You can also create different subfolders as well. So I have a folder here that is labeled travel, and inside of this folder I pretty much have subfolders with the different places that I've traveled to, and I've only stored the photos that I needed from that trip. So everything that I have in here, I still need to go ahead and kind of like update it, but this just keeps things very organized. I also have another folder that's called reusable content, and like I mentioned to you guys earlier in this video, that I save some of my videos so I can go ahead and reuse them. I just store them on my phone because I do edit on my iPhone for my short form content, so I like it to be very like accessible. But again, you can always store these on your external hard drive. Another way that you can store these are on memory cards. But again, this one is a little bit risky because the memory card, you just never know what might happen to the memory card. You can store it on the memory card, and if you want it to be like really accessible, Apple I can only speak for Apple, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't have an Android, but I'm pretty sure you can get this for Samsung as well. They do have like a little dangle. I'll leave a photo on the screen that you can put into your phone, and you can put that SD card inside of the little dangle, and you can pretty much access your files on your phone. So another thing that I like to do is when I go through my phone, and when you go into settings, you kind of go into general, it shows you how much storage you're using up on each item. Sometimes that item is WhatsApp, and you know, sometimes people are like sending you loads of stuff and people just sharing stuff, videos, whatever it might be. Sometimes those files are so large. Sometimes I'm talking about like 2 GB that can fill my whole content. I'm talking about 1 GB, 3 GB. Just go in there and delete them. Just kind of like go through your WhatsApp as well and declutter, if you use WhatsApp, that is. Go in there, declutter, and kind of like help to free up your storage. Same with like your files as well. Just go into your files on your phone and kind of like declutter the files. Pretty much go through that list that it shows you. Sometimes it will say you use 300 and that gigabyte on I'm just like making up numbers here, on say photos, or you use 100 and so gigabyte on WhatsApp, or 3 GB, a bit more realistic. So go in there and kind of like go through those files. It will also show you what the largest files are, and kind of like delete, and that will help you to like bring up your storage capacity a little bit more. Also, when you're filming, sometimes we tend to leave the camera, the phone running, and just filming stuff that I don't need to film. What you can do is probably just film only the parts that you need. So that will kind of like allow you to have a bit more storage. I know before there's this command on the iPhone that I did before, where you can basically, once you start filming, you can tell the iPhone to stop and you can tell the iPhone to film. Unfortunately, I don't remember how I did it, but you can go on, say, Google or YouTube once you finish watching this video, and kind of like YouTube how to set iPhone command, and that will pretty much show you how you can do that. So if you're filming like a get ready with me and you really need the video to stop now because you don't need to show the whole process of you doing your eyebrows, then you can tell the camera to stop filming, and it just literally takes the second that you need, and you don't have that extra space being used on the content that you don't really need. So that's pretty much for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did learn a thing or two. There are loads more ways as to which you can, you know, utilize storage on your phone. Another way is to just get another phone, but we don't want to do that. Or you can film on like a camera if you don't want to like utilize the storage on your phone. But these are some steps that you can take to pretty much help you to kind of like free up your storage. So I hope that helps you a little bit. If you have any other questions, please be sure to leave them down in the comment section below, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I love to have you here if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye.